It's a path that has been followed for nearly 600 years. A most German tradition, and probably the roots of a most Australian song. David is a wandergesellen, a travelling worker walking the back roads of Europe with nothing more than his swag and the clothes on his back. A journey which he and his fellow travellers refer to as being on the waltz.
When a waltz finish, I don't know. When it's finished, I think I go home to Switzerland and I work off my job.
Yeah.
Yes. And he's coming, a wife, children, blah blah.
David is in the final year of his long journey. Like all wandergesellen, he began the waltz with no money in his pocket and a pledge not to return to his hometown for 3 years and 1 day. His journey is part adventure, part apprenticeship in his craft of carpentry.
Das sind nicht nur Zimmerleute, das sieht man Dachdecker, Maurer, Steinmetze, Steinsetzer. Ne? Und du kannst halt einfach in der Gesellenbruderschaft reisen. Ne? Und du musst halt einfach, ja, Gesellenbrief musst du haben, dann der deutschen Sprache mächtig sein, unter 25 Jahre sein, unverheiratet, solltest nicht Vater sein und ja, dann kannst du eigentlich losgehen. Ne?
The wandergesellen associations or guilds date back to the Middle Ages. They were formed as a kind of trade union for travelling workers. The 8 buttons on their vest are a declaration that they'll work no more than 8 hours a day. 6 buttons on the overcoat means a 6-day week. But the traditions aren't just industrial. The wandergesellen celebrate their status as free men. Free of possessions, free of restrictions, they never stay in a town or job for more than a few months, so they're not easily pushed around. In the late 19th century, the guilds of travelling workers enjoyed an explosion of popularity and membership, and as they travelled the world, their reputation spread, particularly with the emerging trade union movements. The fame of the wandergesellen was at its peak when a depression hit Australia in the 1890s, and workers hit the roads in search of jobs. The similarities between Australian swagmen and the wandergesellen are striking. Reference has been made to the Germanic roots of the song Waltzing Mathilda, which celebrates the swagman. But perhaps 2 world wars have diminished how strong that legacy is. Clearly, the swagmen were on the waltz, a very specific wandergesellen term, and they also embodied the same spirit of independence and freedom. Impoverished perhaps, but not hobos, workers but not slaves. A part of history which in Australia is now just echoed in a song, but remarkably is still alive in Germany.
Braucht keine große Welt. Ich will haben noch Fürstenfeld.
This bar in Hamburg has been an informal meeting place for wandergesellen for 50 years. A first port of call to share tips about places to work, or about obliging townsfolk who'll provide a free meal or bed if asked. Many wandergesellen travel the world, abiding by their strict dress codes and customs wherever they are. But the Germanic countries are far more tolerant of their peculiarities.
Und da werden halt bei uns, du kriegst ein Ohrloch, ne? Das kriegst du aber nicht irgendwie in einer Boutique geschossen, sondern ja, da wird halt ein Nagel durchs Ohrläppchen geschlagen und das ist halt dann hier am Tresen oder an einem Pfosten oder weil wir haben dann noch eine Trudel, ne? Und ja, hier.
What, they put your ear here, yeah?
Was anderes sehen, nicht nur im Schweizer Bergdorf sitzen zu bleiben. Ja, und einfach mal raus, vor allem auch noch im Handwerk weiterzukommen, beruflich mehr zu sehen. Ja, und einfach mal die Hörner noch ein bisschen abstoßen. Ja, und das Leben genießen einfach so. Und nicht einfach da bis 65 zu Hause sitzen bleiben und jeden Morgen um 7 aufstehen und arbeiten gehen. Ne?
Du lernst die Leute näher kennen, weißt du. Du gehst halt nicht einfach so mit dem Zug von Stadt zu Stadt vielleicht und so. Hier gehst du halt schon, tippelst mal, also wanderst mal durch die Landstraßen, übers Land, durch die Walachei und kommst auch näher in den Kontakt mit den Menschen, weißt du.
The wandergesellen were almost obliterated by the communists in East Germany and the fascists in the Second World War. But a handful survived in the 40s and 50s, and the waltz has undergone a resurgence in recent years, particularly with travellers from former East Germany.
Dann reist man viel weniger, und wenn wenig Arbeit da ist, dann reisen sehr viele. Also es ist ja so jetzt hier in Deutschland extrem, dass im ehemaligen Osten, ehemalige DDR, ne, ist natürlich kaum Arbeit da. Die Löhne sind ganz schlecht, ne, und deswegen sind bei uns und auch in anderen Schächten sehr, sehr viele Kerle, Männer aus dem ehemaligen Osten unterwegs. Ne.
Some girls have started journeying as well. Although most guilds regard them as illegals, they voluntarily abide by the same rules and customs.
There are quite much more men doing this tradition, but we are about 50 women doing this. For me it's interesting to combine traveling and the job. And you have contact to other furniture makers or carpenters. We don't know where we sleep this evening, but we will find a place.
Yeah.
But enough of bars and illegal girl gesellens. David has official business to attend to. The waltz is coming to an end for a fellow traveller. When word gets out that one man's journey is about to end, other travellers like David will down tools to join him and walk him home the last 50 kilometres. To make the rendezvous south of Hamburg, David can walk or hitch, but no other transport is allowed.
Würde das gehen? Kommen wir im australischen Fernsehen? No room.
But in Germany at least, lifts are never far away.
That's a problem, ne? Komplett durch die Schweiz durch.
Ich war jetzt Wochenende zu Hause, das ist das Frage. Weil Hannover, das ist...
Ja, also viele Leute freuen sich natürlich, ne? Und viele sagen, oh, dass es noch sowas gibt. Und na klar, du hast auch mal schlechte Erfahrungen, aber das ist selten. Also. Gute Fahrt, ne?
waltz is about to end for Ludwig Hensen. He's seen the world and learnt his trade, and he's been cold and poor and lonely. But in 4 days, the grand adventure will end. The real world beckons.
If you are on your waltz, you're very free. You can do everything what you like. You can work, and you can decide very fast. Today I work, and tomorrow I go. Nobody can say no, you can't go, or you have to leave. Nobody can say what you have to do. You're really free, so I think I will miss this.
David makes the rendezvous
Dag Kamerad, erkläre ich gleich.
and meets up with Ludwig.
Dag Kamerad. Ich werde von der Zentrale geschickt.
By night time, the rest of the troops have arrived.
Da kam des jungen Markgrafen sein Weib, schneeweiß, war sie gekleidet.
Is a traveling carpenter, and well, there's the wife of the guy who lives in the castle, and they are also young, and so the carpenter and this wife, they are coming together.
Da schickte der Teufel das Kammerweib zum Schlüssel, auch schaut sie rein.
She's telling him, well, what the hell have you for a wife? He is together in the bed with this carpenter.
Wenn du heute bei mir schlafen willst, an meinem schneeweißen Leib.
But then we say, after that, if all the girls might be like this wife, all the carpenters traveling carvers, that would be the nicest travel in the world. That means that song.
Wir sind, wenn's Rolands Bruder singt, zu deinem Sold. Aus!
There are many people on the walls, maybe 500 or in Germany, and every people has his own purpose to get some experience in handcraft. The next drinking beer and to have party, and yeah, for me it's to see other cultures. Other peoples.
You never have lots of money, but you never have too less money. You can do what you want. If you have no money, you can sleep outside. If you have money, you can take a hotel or something else. So you can really do what you want.
Ja, Feuer war nicht zu hoch.
Doch, der geht her.
Lass doch mal so. Ich will das doch gar nicht.
Wo ist denn du alles?
Ich hab nicht gesagt.
Wie wieder? Wie gehen? Scheiß komm.
Ich dachte, da kriegst du eine Phobie wieder. Komm, ich 3 Wochen noch viel mehr behandeln.
Difficult to arrive home alone because everything is very strange and lots of things have changed, so it's easier with your new family to arrive home with your new family. You can talk about everything, and I hope it will help. To come back is difficult. To go it's easy because you want to see something new, to learn more things, to meet other people, and to go back it's like I'm going back and maybe they don't like me anymore because I've changed. so it's very difficult to go back.
For the people in East Germany, there's no jobs, and I think it was like 40 years in a jail for the people, and now it's time to go out and to see some things.
I'm a little bit happy and a little bit sad because I mean I finished my waltz and it's finished for the next years, so for the next 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Maybe I will never start again.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I can go back to my home place where I lived before, and I think I'm more happy than sad. It's okay because I know I can go away again every time.
But you probably won't. This is probably.
I probably won't. Yeah, I'm not sure. If I can't come along with the people, I should go because it's not good to have so many argues and stress at home. It's better if you go again, and you can phone or something. It will be better.
Ludwig's father and the local leader of the hunt are on hand to pipe Ludwig home. It's a hero's welcome. The musical highlight being this region's own particular tune, celebrating the waltz and the wandergesellen, a kind of Waltzing Mathilda of the Weser Valley. For the Hensen family, today is a party, but for the Glumgesellen, it's more like a wake. Especially for David, whose 3 years will also be over in a few months.
It's another life. The waltz is finished. It's coming a new life. And you go, that's no problem. You go home and you work every day. In the summer, in the winter, all one place. It's hard. It's really, really hard.
Klein Schifflein, tu du dich lenken und tu dich hin nach Riga schwenken, in der russischen Kaufhandelsstadt. In der russischen Kaufhandelsstadt.
Es wird geschnitten.
Komm doch, liebe Kleine, sei meine, sag ich nein. Und es ist morgens früh an 9, meine kleine Liebste sein. Wenn es dir recht ist, dann bleib ich hier, treu sogar bis um 10. Lass du dich gründen, wir sollen zusammen mal gehen. Auf der Reeperbahn nachts um 1:30, ob du Mehl hast oder auch keins.
Amüsierst du dich, denn das findet sich auf der Reeperbahn nachts um 1:30. Wer noch niemals in lauschiger Nacht einen Reeperbahn-Mummel gemacht,
ist ein armer Wicht, der erkennt es nicht. Mein St. Pauli,